Good evening. My name is Lama, and I will be leading this practice tonight, the Lama Tsongkhapa Daily Guru Yoga Meditation practice, which is mostly in the FPMT prayer book with a silver cover. And I will also be reading passages from the retreat book, the FPMT retreat book, which has a red color. You can also, there are also the same prayers in the red retreat book as there are in the Lamrim prayer book. And all of these texts are available on the FPMT website. So first I'd like to set our intention by doing these practices to follow our Guru's advice. May the pure and complete teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa remain forever. In all our lives, may we meet, understand without resistance, remember without resistance, and realize without resistance the pure and complete teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa, taught by perfectly qualified Mahayana friends and spiritual guides. And also, of course, for the long, healthy, happy life of our Kadampa Center teachers, Geshe Gelik and Geshe Sampo. So let's start with the silver prayer book on page 17. But before that, I'd like to read a visualization of the refuge merit field, which I received directly from Geshe Gelik a few years ago. So in the space directly in front, at the level of our eyebrows, at a distance of a full-length prostration, on a broad and high throne made of precious substances, supported by 8 great lions, upon a variegated lotus moon and sun mandala seat, sits the essence of our own root Guru in the aspect of the conqueror, Buddha Shakyamuni. The color of his body is like refined gold. He possesses an Ushnisha at his crown, and he has 1 face and 2 arms. His right hand is in the mudra of subduing the earth, and his left in the mudra of equipoise, holding an alms bowl full of nectar. His body is clad in robes with a saffron hue. He is adorned with major and minor marks, which possess the nature of clear light. He's seated with his legs in the Vajra posture, within a mass of light radiating from his body. Though the light of Lord Buddha's body extends beyond measure, to ordinary beings, he appears to be seated with his legs in the Vajra posture, with an aura of light radiating 1 arm span. So to his right is the lineage of extensive conduct, or the method view, such as Lord Maitreya, Arya Sangha, and Master Shantideva. And on his left is the lineage of profound view, such as Lord Manjushri and Nagarjuna. In front of the root Guru are all the lamas from whom you've received teachings directly. And behind is Vajradhara, surrounded by the lineage of blessed practice such as Lama Atisha. And the deities of the 4 classes of Tantra, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dakinis, Dharma protectors, and guardians, are seated on terrace levels of lotus petals below. All the lamas have tables with scriptures and teachings they composed in the form of light. although from the perspective of our practice and our actions, we lack the merit for the merit field to be pleased with us. But when we do this practice, the objects in the merit field become pleased with us. So there are two causes of going refuge, genuinely and effectively. The first one is fear when thinking about the general sufferings of samsara and the sufferings of the lower realms which we must necessarily experience, and the faith of conviction that the three jewels will protect us from the lower realms and fully capable of leading us to liberation and enlightenment by showing us the path. The fear of taking refuge in the lower realms and the general sufferings of samsara is so strong that we take heartfelt refuge in the three jewels. So this makes our refuge very powerful and real. Now, we're not alone here. Think of all the sentient beings who have been suffering from beginningless time. We must liberate ourselves from this suffering. The death of suffering is hard to see. The edge of suffering is as vast as an ocean and hard to find. So visualize yourself surrounded by all mother sentient beings. To your right is your father of this life, representing all the reincarnating beings who are male. And then to your left is your mother of this life, representing all those who are female. In front are all your enemies, spirits, and unfortunate beings. And behind you, there are those who are dear to you, your circle of friends, and so on. You're surrounded by the sentient beings in the aspect of a human being. Now visualize that all sentient beings recite loudly with you as though you were leading them from bondage to samsara. Now we're going to say the refuge prayer, but not the one that's on page 17, not yet. So I'm going to read each of the 4 types of refuge 3 times. The first 2 times, when you go for refuge, then imagine that you are purifying all the negativities and obscurations that you have committed from beginningless time. And then on the 3rd repetition, just visualize that light emits again, and you receive the blessing of either the Guru, the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. Okay? All right, so just repeat after me. This is not in your text. I and all reincarnating beings, equal to the vastness of space, from now until we reach the essence of enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious and immaculate Gurus. Go for refuge to the glorious and immaculate Gurus. Go for refuge to the glorious and immaculate Gurus. Imagine that you received all the blessings. Go for refuge to the perfect Bhagavan Buddhas. Go for refuge to the perfect Bhagavan Buddhas. Go for refuge to the perfect Bhagavan Buddhas. Go for refuge to the Immaculate Dharma. Go for refuge to the Immaculate Dharma. Go for refuge to the Immaculate Dharma. Go for refuge to the Arya Sangha. Go for refuge to the Arya Sangha. Go for refuge to the Arya Sangha. Now visualize a stream of 5-colored nectar descends from the objects of refuge. entering our bodies and minds, purifying the mass of fault produced in relation to them, and their blessings enter our mind streams. Now we go to the silver-colored FPMT prayer book on page 17, where it says refuge in bodhicitta. So when you say that, the first 2 times that you repeat this prayer, imagine that, well, the first time, imagine that you are purifying any residual negative karma that you have created since beginningless time. And the second time you repeat the refuge in bodhicitta prayer, visualize that a replica of the Lama, inseparable from Shakyamuni Buddha, dissolves into your crown, and instantly you're enlightened. And on the third time, imagine that from your body, numerous replicas of the Lama in the form of light go out and enter the crown of all sentient beings through the power of your bodhicitta intention. The light purifies all the beings, and instantly they are enlightened. And even though this actually doesn't happen, just the fact that you are doing this creates the cause for this to happen. And the merit is just immeasurable. Okay, so let's begin by reading the Refuge in Bodhicitta prayer on page 17, 3 times. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Now let's continue with the meditation on the 4 immeasurable thoughts. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to abide in equanimity, free of hatred and attachment, not holding some close and others distant. May they abide in equanimity. I myself will cause them to abide in equanimity. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings had happiness and the cause of happiness. May they have happiness as cause. I myself will cause them to have happiness and its cause. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were free of suffering and its cause. May they be free of suffering and its cause. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering and its cause. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were never separated from the happiness of higher rebirth and liberation. May they never be separated from these. I myself will cause them never to be separated from these. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. For the sake of all mother sentient beings, I shall quickly and more quickly actualize the Guru Deity's primordial state of Buddhahood in this very lifetime. I shall liberate all mother sentient beings from suffering and lead them to the great bliss of Buddhahood. For this purpose, I'm going to practice the profound path of Guru Deity Yoga. For the sake of all mother sentient beings, I shall quickly and more quickly actualize the Guru Deity's primordial state of Buddhahood in this very lifetime. I shall liberate all mother sentient beings from suffering and lead them to the great bliss of Buddhahood. For this purpose, I'm going to practice the profound path of Guru Deity Yoga. For the sake of all mother sentient beings, I shall quickly and more quickly actualize the Guru Deity's primordial state of Buddhahood in this very lifetime. I shall liberate all mother sentient beings from suffering and lead them to the great bliss of Buddhahood. For this purpose, I'm going to practice the profound path of Guru Deity Yoga. Everywhere may the ground be pure, free of the roughness of pebbles and so forth. May it be in the nature of lapis lazuli and as smooth as the palm of one's hand. May human and divine offerings, actually arranged and mentally created, clouds of finest Samandabhadra offerings, fill the entire space. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasattva Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Vaje Vaje Mahavaje Mahateje Vaje Mahavidya Vaje Mahabodhicitta Vaje Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kamana Vaje Savakawa Avarana Vishodhana Vaje Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasattva Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Vaje Vaje Mahavaje Mahateja Vaje Mahavidya Vaje Mahabodhicitta Vaje Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kamana Vaje Savakawa Avarano Vishodhana Vaje Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasattva Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Vaje Vaje Mahavaje Mahateja Vaje Mahavidya Vaje Mahabodhicitta Vaje Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kamana Vaje Savakawa Avarano Vishodhana Vaje Soha. By the power of truth, the three rare sublime ones, the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the great wealth of the completed two collections, and the sphere phenomena being pure and inconceivable, may these piles of clouds of offerings arising through transformation by the Bodhisattvas Arya Samantabhadra, Manjushri, and so forth, unimaginable and inexhaustible, equaling the sky, arise, and in the eyes of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions be received. Okay, and now we start with the actual Guru Yoga, Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga. Okay. You who emanate from the heart of the Savior of the 100 Devas joyful realm, on the peak of a cloud water holder resembling clumps of extremely fresh white curd, the King of Dharma, Lishan Tsongkhapa, with your sons, I request you to come to this place. In the sky before me on a lion-throned lotus and moon disk, the perfect pure Lama smiles with delight. Supreme field of the merit of mind's devotion, I beg you to abide for 100 eons to increase the teachings. Your holy mind understands the full extent of objects to be known. Your eloquent speech is the ear ornament of the fortunate ones. Your holy body is glowing and glorious with fame. To you is meaningful to see, hear, and remember. I prostrate. Beautiful drinking water, various arranged flowers, fragrant incense, light-scented water, and so forth, actually performed and mentally transformed oceans of clouds of offerings, I offer to you the supreme field of merit. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the three vows, they have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart I regret and firmly confess them all individually. So in addition to this confession, we are going to recite the Vajrasattva mantra. So if you have the silver prayer book, it's the same book. It's on page 204. However, if you want to, if you have the red retreat book, it is on page 1. Well, it starts on page 119 with the verse of praise. Merely thinking of just your name eradicates all obstacles and immediately purifies all negative karma. Thus to you, unsurpassed Vajrasattva, I make prostration. Okay. All right. And then we say the Vajrasattva mantra. Okay, let's see. Let's say that, okay. So I guess we'll just do it here. Let's say that, let's just say it 3 times. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva teno patishto dido me bhava, suto kayo me bhava, supo kayo me bhava, anurakto me bhava, sarva siddhi me prayacha, sarva karma tutsa me chitam shriyam kuruhum, ahahaha ho bhagavan, sarva tathagata, vajrema me mulcha vajra bhava mahasamaya, sato ahum pe vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, vajrasattva teno patishto dido me bhava, suto kayo me bhava, supo kayo me bhava, anurakto me bhava, sarva siddhi me prayacha, sarva karma tutsa me chitam shriyam kuruhum, ahahaha ho bhagavan, sarva tathagata, vajrema me mulcha vajra bhava mahasamaya, sato ahum pe vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, vajrasattva teno patishto dido me bhava, suto kayo me bhava, supo kayo me bhava, anurakto me bhava, sarva siddhi me prayacha, sarva karma tutsa me chitam shriyam kuruhum, ahahaha ho bhagavan, sarva tathagata, vajrema me mulcha vajra bhava mahasamaya, sato ahum pe. Okay, so go back to the Silver Prayer Book and to page 24 where we left off. And now we're on the rejoicing section of the 7 Limb Prayer. In this time of the 5 degenerations, you strove for many listenings and realizations and made meaningful the perfect human rebirth. By renouncing the 8 worldly concerns and the Savior's extensive deeds, I rejoice sincerely from the depths of my heart. Please, holy, perfect, pure Gurus, from billow clouds of compassion and wisdom in the sky of Dharmakaya, make rainfalls of profound and extensive teachings of whatever is suitable for the ears of sentient beings or objects to be subdued. I dedicate whatever virtues I have ever collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of Venerable Tsongkhapa, to shine forever. Okay, and now the Mandala offering, the short Mandala offering. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. Due to the merits of having offered this mandala to Guru Lama Tsongkhapa, father and 2 sons, may I, my family members, and all sentient beings, without a delay of even 1 second, be able to meet the pure wisdom teaching of the victorious one, Lama Tsongkhapa, who is endowed with pure morality and the brave attitude, who does extensive deeds for all sentient beings, and who accomplishes the yoga of 2 stages, the essence of which is the transcendental wisdom of non-dual bliss and voidness. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. Now visualization. 3 hollow white beams are emitted from the hearts of Lama Tsongkhapa and sons. The beams mix into one as they enter into your own crown. Milk-colored white nectar flows through you, into you, to the white beam tube, and washes away all stains, sicknesses, spirit harms, defilements, and negative karma. Your own body becomes calm and clear like crystal. Now let's read the 9-9 prayer to Lama Tsongkhapa. Vajradhara, Lord of Sages, source of all realizations. Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of objectless compassion. Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom. Vajrapani, destroyer of the entire host of Maras. Losangdrapa, crown jewel of sages of the land of snow. To you, Guru Deity, embodying the 3 refuges, I make requests respectively with my 3 doors. Please grant your blessings to liberate myself and others. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Okay, and now let's see. Okay, now let's read the Song of Experience which is on page 258 in the red-colored FPMT Retreat Prayer Book. You can also find it in the Lamrim Prayer Book, page 34, if you've downloaded that from the FPMT website, and it's called Hymn of Experience in that text. And if you don't have a copy, just please listen. A Song of Experience, Lamrim Nyamgur. I bow my head to you, foremost of the Shakyas, whose body is formed by 10 million perfections, virtues, and excellence, whose speech fulfills the hopes of infinite transmigratory beings, whose mind perceives all objects of knowledge. I prostrate to Manjushri and Maitreya, whose emanations sport in innumerable universes, assuming the responsibility of all the conqueror's conduct. You are the supreme sons of the peerless teacher. I prostrate at the feet of Nagarjuna and Asanga, ornaments of Jambudvipa, renowned throughout the 3 levels, who composed commentaries in accordance with the intention on the mother of the conquerors so hard to fathom. I bow to Deepamkara Atisha, holder of the treasury of instructions that gathers together the important points completely and unmistakably of the paths of profound view and vast conduct, the excellent lineages descending from the 2 great charioteers. I prostrate respectfully to the spiritual teachers, eyes that see all the infinite scriptures, who with skillful means, moved by compassion, clarify the supreme entryway for the fortunate traveling to liberation. The stages of the path to enlightenment are the excellent lineage handed down from Nagarjuna and Sangha, crown ornaments of the wise of Jambudvipa, and banners of fame resplendent among transmigratory beings. This instruction, the king of powerful jewels, fulfills all the desired aims of the 9 types of beings. It is an ocean of glorious and excellent explanations, gathering the rivers of 1,000 fine scriptures. Through it, you can realize that all teachings are without contradiction, understand all the scriptures as an instruction, easily find the intention to conquer, and be protected from the abyss of very faulty conduct. Therefore, this supreme instruction is relied on by many fortunate ones, the wise beings of India and Tibet. What analytical person would not be captivated by the stages of the path of the 3 types of beings? Contemplate the meaning of this method that gathers the essence of all the scriptures. Even teaching or hearing a single session definitely gathers great waves of the assembled benefits of explaining or listening to the holy Dharma. Rely correctly and with effort in thought and action on the holy spiritual friend, the teacher of the path, and the foundation perfectly bringing auspiciousness for all the excellent collections of this and future lives. Having seen this, do not give him up even at the cost of your life, and please him with the offering of practicing just as he instructs. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. This body of leisure, more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, is found but once. Though difficult to obtain again, it finishes as quickly as lightning in the sky. Having reflected in this way, realize that all worldly activities are like winnowed chaff. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Although there is no certainty that after death you will not be reborn in the bad migrations, the 3 jewels will definitely protect you from this fear. Therefore, steadfastly take refuge in them and never degenerate their precepts. In addition, think well about the results of black and white actions, and depend on the correct practice of that to be adopted and that to be rejected. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Until you attain a body with pure characteristics, you will not make progress in your practice of the supreme path. Train in the causes for becoming free from those impurities. Since your 3 doors are defiled by negative actions, downfalls, and stains, it is particularly important to purify karmic obscurations. Therefore, continuously cherish reliance on purification with the 4 forces. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. If you do not put effort into contemplating true sufferings, the faults of cyclic existence, you will not develop the wish for liberation. If you do not contemplate true origins, the steps for entering cyclic existence, you will not understand how to cut the roots of cyclic existence. Therefore, rely on wariness, definite emergence from existence, and cherish the knowledge of what binds you to cyclic existence. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. The generation of the mind is a central post of the Mahayana path, the base and support of great waves of contact, a philosopher's stone transforming all into the two collections, a treasure of merit gathering infinite virtue. Having understood this, the heroic children of the conquerors maintain deeply the pledges of the precious Supreme Mind. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Generosity is a wish-fulfilling jewel satisfying the hopes of transmigratory beings, the supreme weapon cutting the knots of miserliness, the activity of the children of the conquerors that strengthens courage without dismay, and the basis of being renowned in the 10 directions. Having understood this, the wise rely on the excellent path of giving away their bodies, possessions, and virtues. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Morality is water cleansing the stains of faulty behavior, moonlight dispelling the hot torment of the afflictions. As splendid as Mount Meru in the midst of the 9 types of beings, it gathers all transmigratory beings with no threat of force. Having understood this, holy beings guard morality correctly, taken as they do their lives. I, yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Patience is the finest ornament of the powerful, the supreme of all hardships, counteracting the torment of the afflictions. A Garuda against the enemy, the snake of hatred, and thick armor against the weapon of harsh speech. Having understood this, cultivate the armor of supreme patience in many ways. I, yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. When you don armor-like effort, steady and immovable, the qualities of scripture and realization will increase like the waxing moon. All your behavior becomes meaningful, and whatever actions are undertaken will be accomplished as desired. Having understood this, the conqueror's children put forth billowing waves of effort, dispelling all laziness. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Concentration is the king ruling the mind. When placed, it is immovable as Mount Meru. When sent forth, it engages all virtuous objects, and it induces the great bliss of a serviceable body and mind. Having understood this, the lords of yogis rely continuously on the meditative stabilization that destroys the enemy, distraction. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Wisdom is an eye seeing profound thusness, the path eradicating the root of existence, a treasury of qualities praised in all the scriptures, and renowned as the supreme of lamps dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Having understood this, the wise who desire liberation generate the path with much effort. I, yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. One pointed concentration alone is not considered to be able to cut the roots of cyclic existence. Wisdom separated from the path of calm abiding will not avert the afflictions, no matter how much you analyze. Having mounted the wisdom that reflects on the real mode of existence, upon the horse of steadfast calm abiding, with the sharp weapon of the logic of the middle way free of extremes, destroy all mental fabrications grasping at extremes. With vast wisdom analyzing in this way, increase the wisdom that realizes thusness. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. The meditative stabilization achieved by one-pointed meditation is not enough. With the individual investigation of proper analysis, generate the meditative stabilization that abides firm and immovable on the mode of existence. Having seen this, understand how wonderful are those who endeavor to accomplish the union of calm abiding and special insight. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. In meditative equipoise, emptiness is like space. In post-meditation, emptiness is like an illusion. Through meditation on both, method and wisdom are unified. whereby the perfect conduct of the conqueror's children is praised. Having realized the tradition of those of good fortune is not satisfied by either path alone, I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Having generated the common path necessary for the two supreme Mahayana paths, the causal and resultant, rely on a protector, a skillful master, and enter the great ocean of the classes of Tantra. Then, through reliance on complete and perfect instructions, make the attainment of your leisures and endowments meaningful. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Due to the virtue from explaining in clear words the perfect, complete path pleasing to the conquerors, so as to familiarize my mind with it and to benefit others of good fortune, I made the prayer, may all transmigratory beings never be parted from the excellent pure path. I, yogi, prayed like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise. Now let's go back to the silver FPMT prayer book, to page 33. Where it says, Guru entering the heart. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus sun and moon seat at your heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus sun and moon seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the general and sublime realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus sun and moon seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness, and please remain stable without separation from my body, speech, and mind until I attain enlightenment. Guru Lama Tsongkhapa enters into your heart and becomes completely one with your body, speech, and mind. Okay, now if you have the gold prayer book, if you would please turn to page 246, 247, to read the dedication prayer by Shanti Deva. You may know this by heart. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. And then go back to 244 and 245, when we will read the short, long life prayers. First, for His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. And then a long life prayer for our wonderful teacher from Sarah J. Ken Rinpoche Jetsun Losam Dalek, the one who mastered speech at a very young age, the one with great patience received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on Blissed Void. Lama ornament to the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And then back on page 244 for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine. who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savor myself and others, your disciples. Please, please live long. And now 7 green Tara mantras for Geshe Gelek and Geshe Samples. Long, healthy, happy life, so they may be free of obstacles, and so that all their Dharma wishes will be fulfilled. And also for Geshe Gelek's safe return to North Carolina, to Raleigh. And also for to benefit the White Tara retreat that Geshe Sampo is doing for the benefit of all sentient beings at this time. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 So next week, if we have this program streamed on April the 8th, we will be reading the Foundation of All Good Qualities as the Lamrim text, and instead of the Vajrasattva practice, we'll be reciting the prostrations to the 35 Confession Buddhas. Thank you very much for joining.